Oh, I wanted to talk about, you know what? I'm going to tell myself right now, start part 2. So I will cut this up and make this to part 2, because in part 2, I'm going to find out what the sun, the devil is going on in Secrets and Hidden Enemies with this black moon Lilith that they are planning to do with this Yod. Okay, so we have the black moon Lilith. Part 2. Secret Hidden Enemy. What? Tell me about this Black Moon Lilith mystery. What is this all about, Tarot? Whoops. We have money news coming out. It just screams Jared to me. What's this all about? What's the plan? The plan is a shift in perspective. What is the perspective they... Perspective, action. Who's the audience? They're trying to do this to who? By what action? Hoping for what outcome? They want to shift the perception of burdens. What burdens? Yes, the burdens about the Fool, a new start. Thinking Roger Stone, Mike Flynn. Oh, is this about COVID? But, oh, shift of perspective about that by the actions. This is usually the White House turned on its head. They're not, because the White House is not in control. They're not in control. They're just trying to hang on and celebrate anyway. They're hoping for the result of, oh my God, justice. This is just. They're hoping the unjust. Oh. Okay. Injustice. What is this about? Oh my God. Secret deals going bad. United States turned on its head with a spy or information that's coming in. I am really not... What about the Fool? They're trying to change everyone's opinions about the Fool and their agreements. Russia, Putin, Russia, China. How we look at them. These are the burdens. This is the burden to change the outlook of Russia, China, Trump, Russia, and the election. They're hoping to do that through the White House because they have to hang on. And they don't want you to see another option is good. They're going to try to sell us that Donald is the better choice. Because of all the injustice going on with the protesters. This is why I think they're willing to out people, confidential sources, and resources, and witnesses. I think this has to do with, oh my gosh, they're outing people left and right. Yeah, they're using, oh my God, they're using official documents to, reveal the whistleblowers. So I think that is what they're working on to get people to change their minds. So that's the Black Moon Lilith mystery. That's, oh my God. That's just one part of it. And this has to do with young voter. I wonder if they're targeting young voters because they don't know our history. So the Black Moon Lilith, this is the secret. That whole thing, the secret is the sun, which is supposed to be the president, which is supposed to be Donald, or it's something that's going to be revealed. What's going to be revealed, or what is the secret about the sun? The secret about the sun, oh God, is that they've put a plan out there. They cannot get it off the ground. I think this has to do with elections because Donald just cannot win. He is so disliked. He cannot win. He cannot change the minds of people. This is why. Oh, hi, Nancy. No matter what they do, well, this was, no matter what they do, okay, so that's not Nancy. That is KY Jelly. This is KY Jelly now that she is the leader of North Korea. This is about stealing the election because of the election burdens, because of the Trump-Russia agreement. That's the secret. He cannot win even with her help. The hidden enemy is a devil, which is either Putin or Barr. Who's this devil? It's at the base of this devil. News from abroad, so that's propaganda. That this is Putin. The treason, the data, the propaganda farms, the offers that have been made by people giving Donald support to win the election. There's no power of money. There is none. This is the hidden enemy. It's coming fast through intelligence. And okay, so they are planning a countermeasure because he cannot win. And there's more information coming out about our elections. So the Black Moon Lilith is that problem, and how they're trying to use surveillance to change people's mind about Donald because he's totally done. This actually has been the one consistent story that has kept happening. So this yod, this finger of God, what is going to happen with this yod, this finger of God? Because it is related to this Black Moon Lilith and their secret plans. What is this yod all about? Who is it pointing to? The yod is pointing to no. What are the ends anchoring it? No. The offer. Oh my God, the death. Ending. No judgment. They're trying to end a judgment that's going on related to not winning the election. We have the tarot says there's a Two of Swords hanging out here. There's going to be a forced decision or separation. I want to know what are the two things that are being forced to be separated from, because someone is trying to end, I think, this investigation and this judgment related to the election. Two of Swords. Show me the thing one. Thing one, thing two. Thing one, that's to be separated. Thing two, or the options. It's crowning them. I'm sorry, I'm not even looking at what I'm doing. Sorry, you guys. Final outcome. It's spill bar, or it's the courts, whistleblower, or news that's coming out. Good news. So the things that have to be separated because of a judgment that's happening, it seems. Thing one, the bribes, money laundering, or tallying votes. Oh my God. Covered in the separation. This is really important. This is thing two, the election. Putin. Thing one, thing two, Putin. Putin is trying to separate himself from that. What's crowning this? The devil, Putin. The basis of this is the agreement, the final outcome. Shoot. I wish I could say this is walking away, but I think it has to do with setting something up. So what exactly, you know what, I'm going to leave it. What exactly are they setting up? I think it's this Black Moon Lilith thing. What's the setup? We're going to do White House, protesters, you know, the MAGAs that are posing as protesters, but they're really white supremacists. So what are they setting up? I want to know how it involves the White House, protesters, legit protesters, and white supremacists pretending to be, well, the planted white supremacists. You know what I mean? Those guys are provoking and planted, acting like they're Black Lives Matter, and they're not. What's being set up? What's being set up? Through the White House. What's being set up? Protesters. White supremacists posing as protesters. Can you see that? I want to know how the White House relates to the protester. And I want to know how the fake white supremacists relate back to the protesters. What's crowning what they're doing. What's at the base of what they're doing. They have planned. And the final outcome. Ooh. So there's an action that's being taken, I'm going to say to set something up, by the 6 Wands mob, Trump, Putin, Unji, Netanyahu, etc., his minions, his go-to people. So the White House is planning, Donald at the behest of Putin, he's got news. This is what we're going to do. This is the plan he's gotten overseas. These are the protesters, legit protesters. Oh, God. They're planning something secret, covered in an agreement. Yes. Usually this has to do with elections. The white supremacists posing, fighting back, upper hand, judging. So they are causing judgments by the fight that they're going to provoke and have the upper hand against protesters. The White House relates to the protesters by, this is the end. Successful ending. White supremacists relate. I just feel like this is bludgeoning, beating up. I know the Four of Pentacles is hanging on, but a lot of times I see it, I feel it when someone's being assaulted. assaulted badly. It's like having someone pinned down and bludgeoning them with objects. What's crowning this plan with the protesters? Getting away with it. Stealing the narrative, hijacking the entire thing at the basis of this. Transmitting information. This is why I just wish the protesters would just stop, because they're playing into the grand plan. The final outcome is going to be the Queen of Swords with the Fool. Oh. Queen of Swords, who are you? The Star. The Fool. Okay, the Queen of Swords, that's KY Jelly. The Queen of Swords is because they have to elect Donald as president, and working with the dynasty, unindicted Donald, candidate Donald, fighting all the evidence and information. Let's add some COVID in there. So it's just more of the same old, because they have nothing else to offer. Now, this past lunation, we have seen the Divine Feminine show up. That wall of moms. Holy cow. Did we see her show up? We saw the Divine Feminine with the memorial. We are seeing a lot of her as promised. So I want to do a Taroscope on the Divine Feminine, but let's just check in what the defense of the United States. Divine Feminine, you know what I'm talking about. Defense of the United States, defense of the Constitution, Divine Feminine. Actually, let's do a Divine Feminine Taroscope with the defense of our Constitution. What is she working on? Now, it might be ugly, it might not be pretty, because in the energy that we're in, it's destructive. You have to destroy things to transform things and transmute them. So, Divine Feminine / what's the defense of our Constitution? She's trying to bring good news as we defend protesters and we heal ourselves here at home with boots on the ground. The Divine Feminine, her secret in defending the Constitution. Her secret is that she's going to hang on. She's going to conserve her energies, but hang on. The hidden enemy is the Trump campaign. What's the destiny? Divine Feminine, defending our Constitution. She's going to be addressing the nightmare that's been unleashed on us. It's crowning Washington, D.C. with the Divine Feminine. I mean, Venus is right there. She this week will be in her position before she retrograded, so there's going to be a new energy for the love that we have of women, how we treat one another, children, and our communities. So what is she doing with this North Node and the energy to defend us in our Constitution? She's going to put an end to something. Something is going to come to an end. Lands far away, Putin's house, Divine Feminine. She's going to address the action that's being taken from there. In shared resources, defending our Constitution, Divine Feminine, we have our shared resources. It matters. It matters to so many. We the people, defending our Constitution. She's addressing the assault that they've got planned for protesters. 6th house, public servants, military investigations. She's trying to blend the information that's out there. There are testimonies that are coming out that she is trying to address. 5th house of the Sun, divine feminine. She's just going to keep working away at documents, at data. She's getting things in order. Divine feminine, how are you defending us at home? Defending the Constitution on the ground, defending from the devil, whatever they have planned. 3rd house, communications, divine feminine. She is going to address these mafiosos. She wants to win. 2nd house, income gains. Setting something up. It's like tag team. She's all over them. And the Trump dynasty and what Donald's doing with Putin and the judgments he's facing. So she's there. Call on her. She's here. She's been here in spades since she announced she would be back. She hasn't forgotten. Okay, so I'm going to end that. That is part 2. Done it with both of them. I hope you guys take it easy. Watch your circulatory systems. Watch your, if you need your fiber, please take your fiber, because if things get backed up, it's going to be really uncomfortable and really throw off the circulatory system and the rhythm in your whole body. Okay. Take care. Love you guys. Be well.